in 1 month, in 1 week. You will sing.
Hello, you are welcome to Me and You Christian Relationship Foundation. What an exciting time together. I'm happy in the studio this morning. I'm here with my girlfriend for over 25 years. I've been trying to make a wife out of her, but whether you like it or not, we're coping. We are okay. We just keep on moving. And a lot of people don't know that she's my girlfriend. And a lot of people always drop that girlfriend aspect of life. I don't know why. They just go and become a husband and become a wife and all of those stuff.
It's cheaper to be girlfriend.
It's cheaper to be a girlfriend. You know, with this girlfriend thing, you ask how much do you have. They say I have 29. So why not? Can you make it 30 so that we can go? But with this
Wife, a whole
husband,
lot of responsibility.
what are you talking about? When you Wi-Fi, sometimes the Wi-Fi, sometimes it's
Wife
not
is
even
bring lists.
a lot of lists, man. You make it cheaper when you are just
See
friends.
yourself as girlfriend and
You
boyfriend.
move on. And today we'd like to talk. We know we talked about so many things when it comes to family. And a lot of people, they tend to drop that friendship aspect when they get married, and they enter into a marriage with an idea of like a tax master. Some people don't know how to balance it. Like some people, another people begin to look himself as if there's a whole lot of no responsibility. Yes, not without responsibility, but without you can actually do your responsibility without having to look at a partner as a problem or look at your wife as a problem. Then both of you really knowing that this is the stage of life that you are. You see, life is in different phases. Even when you were younger, there was a time in your life you were at a learning stage. You move from learning stage, you enter into your earning stage. You move from your earning stage, you enter into the stage of responsibility. Where you begin to take responsibility from your earning, you become responsible. You are no longer looking at daddy to be able to pay your bill. You are not looking at mommy to be able to send you money. But first of all, you were at a learning stage before you move into your earning stage, before you also move into a responsibility stage. And when it comes to the issue of marriage, I believe that the reason why a lot of people are having problems in their marriage today is because they don't take time to study. You see, just like we have blood group, there are also a kind of, will I say, how do I put it? A kind of personality type. Yeah, thank you. A kind of personality type. There are different kinds of person. Some people, when you don't understand it, you tend to look back as if your grandfather have come because this person behaved like your grandfather. You say the person have reincarnate. Then you say this person behaved like your grandmother, the person have reincarnate. No, it's just a type. There are types of people. And now, if you really want to succeed in marriage, know your type. And know the type you are going to blend with. So the time of courtship is not the time of sexship. It's the time that you know your type and know how to relate with that type. Now, if you don't understand the type, it's like when you have the O positive, O negative, you have all type of blood group, SS, AS, and you know that no matter how you pray, or no matter how you shout, no matter how educated you are, when AS married to AS, there is going to be there is tendency for you to have SS. When SS married to SS,
there's trouble.
There is calamity awaiting you. If you like, get anointed, get prayed for, climb the mountain, come down from the mountain. This problem cannot be prayed away. So before you get into, those are the things you need to study. But the irony here is that a lot of people don't take time. They just think marriage is sex. Having sex does not mean you are in love with somebody. You know, those that rape knows that they were never in love with that person. It was lust that pushed them, or because of erection that give them direction. And any man that erection give direction, he will be arrested because of his erection that does not have direction. So it's very important as a man, know your type, know the type of person that you can marry, as a woman, know the type of person, know your like, know your dislike. Then when you now marry, you will not have issue. Today we have a lot of marriages, breakage here and there, killing here and there. It's because of people are not taking responsibility in their married life. Today, I am my girlfriend for 25 years. Well, I also be my wife, and we working together as a team success. We are going to be looking at phases in marriage, different stages in marriage, and these stages have the action and the reaction that comes. And if the way you manage these stages will be the determinant factor for your success. And in this stage, there are repetition of classes. You can repeat that class if you don't pass. When you pass, you are aware. And because you are aware, you will succeed. Where this Reverend Samantha on Christian Relationship Foundation, God wants us to succeed. Hello, girlfriend. How are you? You know, we were talking about the way your face looks. I say I like you like that, even when you are not smiling.
Well, that is just my person.
That's just your person. Well, me, I like it because life is serious. You know, sometimes you need to be serious about this.
That's where people are having problem, because they don't actually know the personality type the person is, how she behaves, how she does her things, and because of that, people intend to misinterpret the person, what the person is not. But it's just for you to know who is this person I'm married to. But before you know the person who you are married to, you must also know
who are you?
Who are you?
What do you be?
You first. Because it's when you know your type, you can be able to know it together. It's, for instance, you know that you are a very hot-tempered person. You know that you can't be able to. It is very wrong for you to go and also marry somebody that is very hot like you.
When hot meet hot, equal to hottest.
So you discover that there will be a whole lot of war in the house.
Wow.
And that is what we begin to see, because we are in a generation where people don't take time to study themselves.
The microwave kind of marriage.
So we are in a time where people just believe that if I enter, if you work out, fine. If it doesn't work out, fine. But you know, you discover that in our parent days, or even in our days, we have the mind that we want to go into this, and your essence is to make it work, and ready to make sacrifice, ready to go through. Or there must be ups and downs when you come to. But you discover that people, they enter into marriage because of this. You know, there's a mindset that they have that,
no, if it doesn't work, I leave the nonsense. I can't take this nonsense.
Take it, and because not knowing that your person is different from that person, your likes and the way you behave is different for that person. So you must be able to see how you can understand the person, so that you can be able to fit in. That is the only way marriage can work out. Like both of us now, we are two different human beings. But you see, God is not the author of confusion.
We are two different. Why did you marry me? How can you marry somebody different?
So apart from you being a man, but there's your person.
Yes.
There are things you like doing. There are things you don't like doing. There are things you hate.
Even when it comes to color, the color you like, the food you eat, the place you want to go, the type of people you want to make your friends, they are just different.
It affects, even to the extent of car. There are some people, there's a brand of car and colors that they just like. But your wife might be the other way around. So that is where you see, that is where God now comes in. For you to be able to say, okay, how to balance it. Not just being self-centered. No, believe that, oh, this is what I want, and it stands there. And you are not carrying your partner along. You are not flexible.
Look at what I want to come on. You see, there are three ways to these things. You are a teacher. Now, let's do this together. 3 plus 3 is what?
6.
Good. We are still getting to 3 plus 3 is 6. 2 plus 4 is what?
6.
5 plus 1 is what?
6.
Now, we all arrive at the same 6. But there are ways to go into it.
Yes.
But a lot of people marry, they are not flexible. They just want to be 3 plus 3.
They just
must
want
be 6.
to be rigid and be concerned about, okay, I'm this type of person, and this is how I want my things done. And then when the other person is not that, then there becomes war in the home.
Now, that's why flexibility comes in, because like what we just practiced now, 5 plus 1 is 6. 2 plus 4 is 6. The same answer. So it doesn't matter where, in a different ways. And that is what we are looking at when it comes to the issue of knowing your type.
Yes.
If for example, I have 2, and my partner have 4, we come to the same place, 6. You have 5, I have 1, it's the same 6.
It's the same thing.
You have 3,
we can still move together.
We can move together. You have 3, I have 3, it's the same 6.
But the problem people now have is that, oh,
they want it to be 3 plus 3.
Okay. So you have 5, so I'm more superior than you, that is 1. So I'm more better than you. And so because of that, it becomes a problem.
That's why people talk about 50-50 marriage.
So it becomes a problem. But it's to be able to balance it, knowing that, oh, this person is like this. Oh, my husband is the counselor. My husband is the one that wants things, is a perfectionist. My husband is somebody that wants things done this way. So, and I'm the other way. So what do? Then I begin to adjust. That's it. People don't want to adjust. You begin to adjust to feel it because why? You want peace. You want happiness in your home.
You want to succeed.
You want to succeed
you
in
want
your
the
home.
Best.
You want the best.
The important thing is the marriage.
Yeah, so the marriage is what now join both of you together. And that should be your interest. That is where you should guide against. But most time, people intend to now leave the marriage that join them and start attacking themselves.
Attacking the person.
Yeah, the person.
Not the
marriage institution.
Not the institution, but
that
attacking
join
the
both
person.
of you to a hand. And once you start attacking that person, you are going to have issue because the person is not you, and you are not that person. So it's to be able to now balance it and work together.
And know that these are characters.
And know that yes,
they can be changed.
This is this person character traits. This is what is applicable to this person. So how do I now come in? Oh, my wife is, she's not the organized type. She's not the one that is be able to make sense. So what do I do?
I am the organized
so
type.
I'm the organized type.
So I organize.
So I will
organize.
With understanding and make sure that okay, this thing up to be here. Maybe I comes and say, so I will do better. While I'm doing that, I will also be seeing a way how I can talk to her. I think if we do that, because manner of approach also matters when you are trying to work on the person's character or personality.
And now you instead of you to attack that thing that is wrong, you attack the person. Say you are not well mannered. Your parents did train you well, but your parents did not give you a wife. Your parents gave you their daughter, and they didn't train their daughter
the wife or the husband out of that person.
Yes, the same thing.
So when you start attacking that person, the person will put up a resistance.
Because you're attacking the person.
Yes, and that's why you now see that person.
This time
because sometimes you see the person who say, but that is how you met me.
I was like this.
So I was like this.
So how come now you are not looking for what is not? You are finding.
You are finding problem with it. But there's a better way. My wife, I think that if we move this thing from here and put it here, it look more nice. I think it will be okay. So there's a way you talk to the person, and when the person see reason with you, say, "Wow,
I didn't know it can be like this."
So this is beautiful. Unlike I know you are just jaga. In fact, if I have known you, you are just like this.
Since I met
you cannot change, and it becomes an issue. You are not attacking the person,
not the weakness.
Because some of these characters or some of this attitude is follow come. It's follow come.
Wait,
so
what do you
it's a
mean
part
by
of them.
Okay, this is
how they are born.
This is how they were born.
This is how they were.
And because nobody is perfect, you have the positive aspect. He has the negative. And look, one thing I found out that when you want to start a car, you actually need the positive and negative for the car to start. So if your marriage is going to work, that negative aspect, you can bring it together and you can bring that positive thing
and then begin to work. So, and that is why you see people that operate in this, that understand their personality type, the way they behave, the way they do things, they last longer in marriage. Because they just understand that we are two different humans. But you see, God is not the author of confusion. God does not bring a man and a woman together so that will not be able to, so I can destroy them. He brings them together so that they can complement each other.
Not to
because
compete.
what I'm not is what you are. The aspect where I'm weak, that is where you are strong. And where you are strong, that is where I'm weak.
That's why I need you.
So that's why we need each other.
Okay, let me sing a song to you. I need you to survive. You need me.
I need you. We need ourselves to survive.
So you need me.
So as husband and wife, the truth is that as husband and wife, you need each other to actually succeed in your marriage. And that's why you must know your personality type.
But there are type of people that say that they don't need a woman anymore. They feed placenta and they just carry a baby.
That is not natural.
And that's science.
That's not natural. And that is why, most times say knowledge puff up.
Knowledge puff up. But charity edifies.
So charity. So most time when you think that you want to know more than your creator, then there is a place where you crash.
And some people say, I don't need a woman. I just need a man. And I wonder, was that the way you were born?
So the truth is that we must be able to know to do things right the way God expects us to do it. Because if our marriage must succeed, me and you family life is all about making your marriage to
Work.
succeed, making your marriage to work. Putting the principles that is obtainable, that will cause you to be a better wife, a better husband, and raise a godly seed that will be great and make our society better. Because if our society must be great, it must start from the family.
Start from the home.
And that is your essence, what this program is all about. As husband and wife, you don't need to attack yourself. You don't need to see your wife as your enemy. You know, you don't talk to her. You don't want to have anything to do with her. In the first place, if you will not talk to your wife, you don't have anything to do with her, there's no reason to marry. So, but now that you are married, and there are some things you begin to see in your wife or in your husband that you are not comfortable with, we are saying, don't attack your wife. Attack that thing and see how that person can be able to. There are some things that today that I'm doing. When we got married, in fact, I cannot be able to do all those things because it's not part of me. It's not part of. But you
it's
see,
not follow come.
yeah, it's not follow come. But I know my type. I know who I am. You know. But you see, my marrying to my husband, and then we begin to blend together, working together, trying to say, okay, this is who my husband is. This is his person. This. They now begin to give me a better understanding, a platform to now begin to adjust. I think that is just the word adjust. But most time people don't want to adjust.
Are not flexible.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah. So they don't want to adjust to live where they are so rigid about. Okay, you know that you are that type of person. You want things done. That means sharp. And your wife is the type that takes time to do whatsoever she wants to do. There are some women you can stay in front of a mirror for the next 2 hours. Trying to clean up. Yes, and then you see
all
the man.
for you, all for you.
And sometimes you see the man say, but you are taking. If you know that your wife is that type, what do you do? There we have a program by 9 o'clock. So by 7 or by 6:30, make sure your wife is up. See how you can assist, be able to. So when he enter bedroom, he can be able to take all the time she want to take. And then come outside and start on time. Help the person so that you can be able to meet up. Because you are the type that just enter the bedroom and just pour water on your body. But she's not that type. She's the one that will enter the bedroom. First of all, wash your hand, wash the other hand, wash the leg, then wash the back,
waist,
then wash the face, separate it with this thing.
and wash her nail.
Wash
one by one.
Takes time. So that is her type.
And you can't do anything about it.
She takes time. She's calm. She takes time. She's not fast. And you are the type that in less than 2 minutes, in fact, you have dressed up, you're already at the door waiting. So in order to avoid conflict, see how you can help your wife. Either to wake up on time, if there are some things that she will do, then help to see how you can assist so that you can be fast about it. Because this issue we are talking about now have actually destroyed a lot of marriage.
It's still destroying.
And then the man will say, in fact, if that is the case, there's no need to follow mistake. And then that is the beginning of trouble in that house. There's some men to also do it. You see a man can be in front of a mirror rubbing cream for the next 1 hour.
Jesus Christ.
Next 1 hour. He has a cream for hand. He has a different one for face. He has the one for body.
There's a chair called vanity chair. They sit in front of that vanity chair and take time to rub. They have layer 1, they have layer 2. You can have about 2 or 3 layers. Then come and spray perfume, come and look, then turn back and make sure everything is set, perfect. But as my wife said, that is follow come. And
So-
if you have follow come, what do you do? Since you are not the manufacturer, you manage what you have. But a lot of you want to, manufacture it and becomes a problem.
So for those of you that are there, maybe you might say, oh, what is follow come? The person was
That's the way it
born
was.
like
Yeah,
that.
that's the way it
and
was
sometimes
born.
maybe as a result of maybe from the father or from the mother is able to get
That's
it.
the type.
So what we are actually saying, we are not against you rubbing cream, doing makeups or doing, we are not, but we are just saying that understand that your wife is this type. Is
But
this way.
this thing is not just only wife. You remember a woman
Understand
called
the
us and said
husband.
that the son will
Yeah.
enter bedroom and he almost late to school.
Okay, so that brought us make us to understand that this thing
It's
is not just
a
when he's
woman.
grown up.
No, it's
Even
from
when the child is
childhood.
small. when the child is small, there are some little girl you ask to go and dress up. She takes her time. First of all, wear the socks.
And
Check
make sure
it,
it's in the
fold
line
it.
where it's supposed to stay.
Yes. Then wear this thing. If you wear a skirt and it's not properly ironed, she's not going to wear it. She want to look neat. She want to look okay. That is her type. And then you have another child.
Back.
In less than 2 minutes, you have carried, even if the collar is not properly, it's not
You'll be wearing the canvas while he's entering the car.
He's carrying this thing, we
does
just
the
wear.
go.
But you see this, either a girl or a boy.
Takes time.
It takes his time, and when he finish, he will look at himself, carry his bag, open it, make sure the bag is neat, and then carry in his bag, take his lunch box, and takes time. So you see, is from when he was a child, the things that. So when that type of person now grown up and is married, that is how he's going to, because that is how he has trained himself to be. And sometimes some of these things can be seen in our father, maybe your mother,
even your grandparents,
your mentor, or your pastor, or whoever you stay with. Sometimes some of these things, you can get some of these things that you stay with somebody, there's a particular thing you just like about that person. And before you know what is happening, you start behaving like that because you just like this one. Or even in an organization, you just saw that maybe your boss, there's a way that your boss do things, you know, maybe the way he make things to happen. And you are not that type. You just admire that type. That is a personality type. Before you know what is happening, you start seeing yourself trying to do that because you just love that particular. So in marriage, we must be able to understand our type.
You know what I
and
find
know how to fit in.
I think that the reason why a lot of marriages are having issues is just what we are talking about. When you don't, so what, before we start, because we've not really started when we're talking about the different, but we're just rubbing minds, even as you listen to us. You begin to try as much as possible to know your type. What do I like? Why do I like that thing? And every man or every woman, you know, nobody is perfect, including me in the studio here. I'm not standing here telling you, oh, I'm perfect, everything is all right. No. I and my wife, we are still work in progress. But it's just that I know her type and she know my type, and because of that, we just I make adjustment. We just begin to. There are things that she does I don't like. There are things I do she don't like, but we are work in progress. And when she tells me this, that, so I'm very sorry, it's not intentional, then we move on and adjust. And whether I like it or not, she's having a rub-off for me, I'm having a rub-off on her. And that is why the word of God said, two cannot work together except they be in agreement. So the important thing here is that both of you should work in agreement. Once you know your partner, then you will succeed. Even the Bible says in the book of 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 7, he talked about dwell with them wife and them husband according to knowledge. Now, what is the nobility or the knowledge that you have about your partner? In knowing your partner, that's take work. So when you are in courtship, because I don't really trust people with dating, because dating leads to dating. But when I'm talking about courtship, is somebody that have approached you and want to marry you. Takes time to study the personality type of that person. Just like you go to see a doctor, you go to the lab to do your blood test, know your blood group, and know your HIV status, and know your whether hepatitis B or whatever. And some of these things, like some people that are married that are having issue, I want to talk about this, just jump to that. Some person will get married, and all of a sudden the two of them are black, and all of a sudden they have albino. It is in their gene. If you look at the 4-5 generation before now, there was an albino, and it just went like that. And after so many years, it showed up because you are in that family lineage. We all have personality traits. God did not use different mood. He did use different mood to mold everyone, but the type, uniquely, but the type of persons they are everywhere in the world. You can trace it there. So it's very important at the time you are courting to get married. Take time. That is not time to visit, to chop here, do this. Try, ask questions. Know your partner. What are your likes? What are your dislikes? What are the things you love? Even when we talk about these personality traits, it affects the way we show love. For example, My wife will not say, love me and go and buy me flower. I'm not a grasshopper. I'm not taking that from her. I'm not a grasshopper. Why will you buy me flower? For what? But somebody else get excited at flower. So you should know what make me, what are the things you do that make me feel love. You know, my wife know, I won't tell you, you are not my wife, but my wife know that if you want to make me feel that you love me, there are things you do. There are other kinds of
There are some buttons you touch.
Yeah, you are very spiritual.
And that is why you have to be able to know. Once you are married, know the button to press.
Yes. If you press the wrong button, it's going to discharge the wrong thing.
He will not be able to.
He will not submit. Nah?
He will tell you error.
Error.
So sometimes some of us are pressing
dwell on the error.
So press the right button, use the right key to be able to open that aspect.
And it is called in modern language, it is called password. Know the password.
To use. And then when you use it, you'll be seeing these two people, you just say, okay, these two people are just too lovely. Why? Because the both of them know the password, know the right button to use, know the right time to also use the button. Because you must be able to, you might have a right button and you are using it at the wrong time and you have a wrong result. No, know the password, know the right time to use it, and before you know what's happening, you have your answer. But most times, some people don't even know their wife. Don't even know their husband.
What they know, they think that having sex is marriage.
So
you
most
can actually have sex with the wrong person.
Yes, I think that is not all about marriage, because the truth is that whether we like it or not, there must be challenges in our marriage. There must be ups and downs in
because
our
we are
marriage.
different. Those challenges come because we are different.
Yeah, because of the differences that we have. But when it comes, let's be able to apply wisdom to be able to handle it. I think that is where people are missing it, that many people don't have this divine wisdom to be able to know this what I'm supposed to be doing at this particular time. This is what I should do that will make my partner not to react. So I think that we need to have wisdom.
And that is study. Wisdom comes by knowledge.
Yes. So to study one another and be able to know.
And also ask your partner. It's not wrong when you ask. You know, some of us, you know, some I want to give you homework today. If you are listening to us, whether on Facebook, I want to thank those of you that are following on Facebook. I can see you on Facebook and live streaming and whatever, in whatever media you are listening to us. I want to give you a task to do today. One, find out from your husband, why did he marry you? Find out from your wife, why did he marry you? What was the original plan he has in mind? The reason is this. Your husband went to primary school, he went to daycare, or he went to nursery school, or he went to university. So he went to university, he traveled everywhere, he's in everywhere, and he just end up, after seeing about more than 1 million, thousands of millions of women, he now end up with marrying you. There was something he was looking for. Now, when you now tells you why he loves you and why he marries you, keep that thing. Keep that interest. Keep it. Make that, just keep that thing that makes him love you. And you will keep that attraction. Keep that attraction. The same thing. Find out, why did your husband or why did your wife marry you? Why did your husband marry you? When you have find out, also ask him, what are the things you do or I can do that make you feel love? I just told you about myself. You're not going to get me or my wife want to show me love and only for her to go and buy me flower. That only work on the, what they call this, you only work on your television and the screen, on film. We know Oibo, they will now go and buy flower. I know there are some black men that like that. Me, personally, I'm a different person. I don't want flower. Why should you buy me flower? You have to know the person to know what to buy for that. You have to know, and the person, you have to ask me, how can you show me love? I will tell you. So the truth of it is that find out what are the things you do that make you feel love. What I think I can do to you. When you find out, then do it. There are some women, they like buying. Just buy me. And when you buy them things, it means that you love her. Anywhere you carry me in your heart, anywhere. Even just ordinary bikini of 200 naira. She knows, oh, my husband loves me. When you travel, when you are coming, you were not having money. When you are coming from the airport or
Just a
anywhere,
little thing.
just buy small thing for her. You see her get excited. There are some out of action happen to assist her doing one thing or the other. You know, taking care of the children. You show love and show care, concern. Know your type. What we are just talking about is knowing your type. Well, let's go.
So in knowing your type, that one brings up to, it will also help you in these stages that we want to look at. Because when you are now in this, because we have different stages in marriage. So in that stages, in that place, you are also studying your type. From there, you'll be able to know, okay, this person is like this, person is like this. You now know what and what to do. Because we are looking at building your marriage, getting it to the end, not what we are seeing today, married today and then scatter tomorrow. Because when you look at the divorce rate now, it's very, very high. It's on the high side, and we can avoid it. We can avoid it. You can avoid it with all these things we are talking about. The Bible says you shall know the truth, and the truth you know shall deliver you. The truth you know. When you know, when you are knowledgeable about your husband, about your wife, I tell you, your marriage will never crash. Your marriage will always succeed, because when you have the. So one of the stages we want to look at is the romance stage.
Normal.
We have the romance stage. Just marry, you know, honeymoon. Those are the first stage in marriage. Now we put down some things here, and I believe that it will help you. This is the surprise stage. In the beginning of the relationship, partners often communicate effortlessly and at length, always together. They seems to know each other's needs and wish and go each other's needs and wishes, and go out of their way to please and surprise each other. Couples begin to develop a strong sense of we. You know, we, not I. We, not individual differences are minimized. If noticed at all, partners are very accepting, joyful, excited, happy, and hope is always alive. Partners present their best for each other, like seems expensive things and well-promising things. It is time for them sharing dreams and romance. At this stage, couples prayer is often filled with thanksgiving, praise God, feel very close and responsive. This is a time to be remembered and cherished. You discover that this time, oh, I love it. You are looking good. Be running around in the house. You know, the man will come, the woman will come. She's so excited. Hey, darling, hey, you welcome, hug, and all those ones. You discover that this time they are not concerned about individuals. They are concerned about we. And that is what you now begin to see, that people are missing today. But after staying some time in marriage, they leave that we to I.
Selfish.
What I have is for me. You are no longer concerned about the woman, but before this time you share your dream, your vision, you want to do this, you want to do that. At this stage, that is when you begin to open up the plans that you have for each other. And then the person begins to see, oh,
how do I fit in?
How do I fit in?
What are we going for here?
What are we going to do? This is the time. They communicate, they talk. So what happened? Where do people now miss it? That after staying for several years, the both people that were always talking, gossiping, you know, at any little thing, they watch film together, they do things together, you know. They even see some cases where the woman will escort the man to his office, and then by the time go that, then she would drive back, go to the house. The excitement was there, the love was there, the happiness was there. What happened? When you now begin to see these two individuals that were like this, what now happened? Because at that time, some of them did not take time to begin to study the personality type. They were just carried away with, oh, I'm married, you know, just the way I'm a married woman, this, that, and not taking time to be able to look at the personality trait. It can have, if you don't manage this stage well, it has the ability to be able to destroy your marriage. So it's very, very important that this stage that you are, that both of you are so excited, you love yourself, you must keep it.
And
Even when
cherish it.
even when differences start coming, even when challenges start coming, you must begin to look at this romance stage, this first stage, what actually join you together. And that's why when you ask that question, you need to ask your husband, what are the things you see in me that make me, out of these trillions of thousands of people, you have classmates, you decide to leave there and choose me. So you must keep that thing, because when you don't keep it, then it has the ability to be able to destroy your marriage. The same thing for the man side. You must know what is that thing that we're so excited about the man. There are some people, you say the way you just laugh, the way you make things, once you're around him.
And the guy must continue laughing.
Once you are around him, that means you can't be sad. Then all of a sudden, the man that thing that excites you to that man, the thing just died off. The marriage will start dying, because that thing that she saw in you that is no longer there, then she feel that, oh, the love is no longer there again. So you must keep it. No matter, even if your wife make you angry and all those ones, but that thing that she love about you, you must protect it, because that is what will keep your marriage. There are some people who say, my wife, the way she cook. In fact, once I eat her food, I feel like being out. I know that every woman is supposed to cook, but there are some people, the way they make food, the way they cook, like one of our mentor's wife. Sometimes when she puts some things together and cook, you just be wondering, and those things, the money might not even be expensive, but the way she put the ingredients together, by the time you eat the food, you know that yes, you have taken something. Even if you also cook, but you know that there's a difference. And then you see the man will say, I don't joke with my wife once she cook. In fact, so that thing, then you now come and then you are now working. You now say you are a career woman, you are this. Then that cooking that the man love about you, then you now direct it to housemaid to be doing it. That is the beginning of problem in your home. So whatsoever thing you people were doing this romance stage, see how you can do your best to keep it, to start working on it. Communicate. Both of you talk about not now you are doing something your wife doesn't even know about it. Your husband don't even know about it. You don't talk to her again. Every information she gets it outside. But before this time, as you are jumping into the house, right from the door, you started talking. What happened today? But now as you enter, it's like there's one idol that is coming in. There's one shrine that is need to be worshipped now. You no longer talk. You no longer do this. You no longer those things. And before you know what's happening, your marriage start having issues.
Okay, we are looking at different type and different stages. We're now talking about different stage that you get. The romance stage is a time for you to study yourself, because when people are in romance, there is kind of a we thing. The man is working for the interest of the woman is working for the interest of the man. Selfishness is not there. Self-centeredness is not there. The woman is not talking that my money is my money and my husband's money is our money. And somebody is not there with I, me, and myself, the three in one God in marriage that deserve worship. A lot of things that in this romance stage get to know, because at the end of the day, with this, you enter into the next stage she's going to be talking about, that a lot of people find it very difficult to come out from. The place where you expect, you expect a lot of things, because a lot of us enter into marriage with some erroneous idea, thinking that thing we have in our mind exists in any human being. I want to disappoint you today. Whatever you have in your head about marriage only exists in your head. It's not in any man or any woman. The idea marriage you have is only exists in your head. That is why, as a man, when you get married, take time to groom your wife. Today in the studio, I have a confession to make. The confession I'm making here is that this woman you see by my side in the studio is not the woman I marry, but this is a wife I make out of her. So it's your duty as a man, groom your bride. That is why you are called bridegroom. Groom your bride. When God created Adam, he made Adam first, put Adam in the garden, and when God brought Eve, God did not speak to Eve. Adam was the one that groomed Eve. And the woman that Eve become It was Adam that made that woman. So as a man, I will tell you, the wife you have today is you because no parents or a father or a mother groom a wife. They only groom their daughter. They raise their daughter. You are the one that groom your wife because your wife is already a mature person. The husband you have is already a mature person. You are not going to give birth to her. It's not your mother. It's not your daddy. But you groom her. That idea you have, you need to sit down and put it into your wife. Begin to tell your wife, this is where we want to go. This is the vision that we have. This is how I believe that I want my marriage to go. These are the modalities I put in place. What do you think? And in so doing, also listen to your wife. There are some men that lock their wife inside the house and said she will not do anything. It's like a slave. Your relationship with your wife is like a master-slave relationship. Let me tell you, your wife is a person. God said your wife is your helper. She has the capacity and the capability and the responsibility to help you. Now, if you don't give her a place or a chance to help you, how will she help you? She can't function. So we need to have an understanding. Don't be afraid. You know, a lot of people get married and they see their partner as their competitor. As if your partner is now your enemy. Your partner is not your enemy. Both of you are supposed to complement each other. You know, when you look at the football, when I look at marriage, I look at the marriage like a football field. You see all the players in the field, but there is only one thing they have in mind. They have a common cause.
To score the goal.
To score the goal. And anyone that scored the goal, come back, it's a win team. The whole team win. Whether you see a husband sees a snake, the wife kills it, the important thing that the snake is dead. It's not who killed it. The same thing. It's supposed to be a win thing. It's not an I thing. But a lot of people will get into marriage and you are wondering why marriages are not succeeding. And that's why we are taking time to lay the foundation, because the rate of divorce today, the rate of killing today, the rate of so many things is wrong. It's negative. This is not the idea of the manufacturer. This is the idea of the people that have looked and they cannot succeed in this environment. I want to let you know, you will succeed in your marriage if only you can play it according to the rules.
Okay. Okay. So, just still talking about this romance. This is an amazing stage, because once that romance stage, there are a lot of new things to discover with your spouse. In this stage, a lot of new things to discover, and that is what my husband was trying to. There is a time to be able to understand yourself. The newness, the freshness is so amazing. Sleeping on the same bed, wearing the same attire, cooking for him, doing house chores with her, bathing together, wearing your wedding rings everywhere, turning people's head at the newest couples around, lot of fun, sexual exploration and excitement, being in control of your kitchen, feeding, in control of your kitchen and feeding. It is the honeymoon stage, and it is so beautiful.
Okay.
Today, why is it that so many people, they don't even sleep in the same room?
Oh, well, because they think that they are married, have expired. Well, I just know that I check my time now. Time is 1 hour we've been talking, and it looked like we're talking for 20 minutes. Then look at your time, we are closing. But I want to invite you for a special program in the month of August, 19th to 22nd of August. And the venue is going to be Herein Center in the Me and You Relationship Foundation. We have an office. The Herein Center is a combination of so many things that we do. One of the things we do in the Herein Center is the Me and You Foundation office is there. And we have a school from creche to nursery. We have a worship center, a New World Assembly. We have the school is from primary to secondary. We have New World Assembly. We have the Marriage Academy, all in one center. And now you can be a part of that program, 19th to 22nd. I want you to come. The venue is at a race center, and the place is Abuja at Nyanyan, Vedra Housing by Veterinary Road, by Mopo Junction, just the road beside the UBA Bank. We love you, want you to come. And we are planning, I'm trusting God that the year goes by, we are going to also be doing family retreat. We want to see your marriage work. We are also partnering with organizations that also, we are also interested in people that can be assisted in the area of assisted conception. That is called the IVF. We are partners and organizations that partner with us. That what do we do? Whatever would have cost you 10 naira, with us joining you, it can now cost you like 2 naira. That's what we do. And I'm so excited with my girlfriend in studio today. I don't know if you have one or two things to say about the program that is coming up so that we can move.
Okay, so that program, I don't want to miss it. The theme is building a total family. So it's all the way around. It's going to be, it's August 19th to 22nd. Even the youth are not left out. The children are not. So we have different sessions. And in fact, you can't afford to miss it because it's a whole full package. And a whole lot of people are coming to be able to, you know, even there's going to be head talk. There's going to be so many things for you to actually enjoy. And then we also have books. We have books that you can be able to read that can help. Most of these things we are saying is not just you want. You can get books, so you can be able to learn some things from those books. We can help to build your library. You want library for your children. We can help to build everything we are saying is in the range center. A library is in the range center and every other thing. So I believe that when you come, your marriage will not remain the same. Your home will work strong. The wine that is no longer there, that wine will come back. That wine will come back to your marriage.
And let me tell you something about the book. You know, when you book ahead, it's cheaper. So what you do with the book, once you get books, when you book ahead, it's cheaper. Well, until I see you again, my girlfriend, I will take you out, okay? When we leave
I'm
here,
happy to always be with you. This is at 1.
This at 1. We'll go to at 2. Okay. So if you are there, you can also take your wife out. And not only just the man, woman, you can also date your husband. Take your husband on a date. Tell him to get ready, wear dress. And if you are in Abuja, I recommend go to Million Park, go and play some ball. Get excited. Even though nobody is going to make you happy, make yourself happy and go forward. Until I see you again, this is Reverend Simon Asemota. I'm Pastor Grace Asemota saying, we love you and bye-bye. God bless you.
Thank you.
I have a message for you. God has sent me to you.